Hi everyone, my name is Kat. I'll be leading today's kickoff event of Norwegian Cultural Center's virtual weekend, and we have this afternoon Flame of the Forest.
Woo!
Hey, what's up?
Fingers missing.
Yeah. So maybe to start off, I'll tell you a little bit about NCC. We are excited to launch in Singapore, and we have been rolling out our program digitally now. And one of our focus is the Artist Spotlight, which is the program that you guys will be featured in. And the Cultural Center is very arts focused, not only on performance art, theater, but also visual arts as well. It's a lot about cross-cultural exchanges we can have between Singapore and Norway, and of course a lot other elements also in terms of cultural exchange, and also promoting partnering businesses with the arts for a more holistic direction. So that's like our gist. So thanks for joining us today. Maybe we can start by introducing the band, yourselves, and the instruments that each of you are playing. Okay?
Jeff, go first.
Okay, hi guys. I'm Jeff. I'm the violinist of Flame of the Forest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next.
Hi guys,
Next.
I'm Govin, and I'm the percussionist from Flame of the Forest. Yeah.
Who's next? Me. Hi, I'm Arthur. I'm the bassist of Flame of the Forest.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Jeff, you started something.
Continue. Have we?
Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb.
Unmute.
Sorry, you might have to repeat yourself a little.
Oh, Caleb's down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Caleb, you're done.
the mic.
Mr. Chong.
Maybe and
Yeah, anyway, so I'm Andy. I play the guitar and a little bit of the fake flutes and accordions with Flame.
cool. Would someone like to speak for Caleb?
That is Caleb.
Should we lip sync him?
Yeah,
Hi
like,
guys, I'm Caleb. I play the keyboard, piano.
Hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Okay, so hi guys, I'm Caleb. I play keyboards for Flame of the Forest. So anything to do with keyboards. Technically, if you
Yeah.
okay, great introduction. So maybe we can begin our interview. And to start off, I've read a little bit about your band and how it's a very cool concept how the band came about. It was inherited from the previous members, from the Tan father, I suppose. And it's a very cool mix of ethnic music and fusion as well. So, how did you decide on the cultural influences in the music? Because there's a lot of different classical instruments that's playing and the styles as well. So, how do you decide on cultural fusion influences in the music? How they came about?
So, firstly, the band started out with my dad's. It's actually my dad's band, Flame of the Forest, is his band name.
Mhm.
And after that, he started to teach both his sons, myself and my brother, the instruments that he likes to play, right? The sitar. And then he taught me the tabla, which is an Indian percussion instrument. And then he decided to form a little band consisting of me, my brother, and my cousin, which is on the who was on the violinist. And slowly, like we took shape, and we called it Flame of the Forest again, because we decided to honor my dad and what he has done previously and how he has built us up as a young musicians, right? So, and then slowly as time passes, people start to leave the band. My violinist went to do other things. My brother went to do other things. And along this journey that we took doing our shows and doing our rehearsals and doing our performances, we've met this amazing other group of people like Jeffrey, Arthur, Caleb, and Andy. We didn't actually like kind of choose them. We just say, you know, would you like to come and play with us, you know? Like try to hang out with us and hang out. And then at the end of the day, we just realized that we had a chemistry and we like to hang out with each other, and then music just started happening. And now everyone in the band is really very how to say, inexchangeable. What's that word? Hashtag English is hard. Indisposable. In what they each irreplaceable. Yeah, they each bring an element with them, and it's really beautiful to have all of them together here with the band. And now our front face of the band, Jeffrey Tan, will take over.
Oh, so that's the story of how I became Govin's cousin. I mean, now I'm the violinist of Flame. In a nutshell, that's how we became Govin's cousins. Okay, so like, I mean, I guess like the beauty of the band is really like the combination of 5 unique individuals, because like we all came from different musical backgrounds, and I guess that's kind of where the magic is at, trying to infuse everyone's like musical expression. I think that's the secret sauce, I would say. Am I right, guys?
Yeah.
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 You can really hear it in the music. I mean, it's very apparent, of course, with like the different mix of sounds with your instruments. And maybe, you know, like, sorry, hold on, I'm lagging a little.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, that's good. So why do you love what you do? You know, what's the most fulfilling part about being like playing music full time, I suppose?
Well, I guess as like being an independent artist, I would like to call ourselves that, you know, we all come from a place of love, playing the things we love. And the best part about doing what we do is we always get to do what we want to do. Most of the times, maybe, you know, sometimes our things don't get heard. It does not get pushed out there. It does not get heard by many people. But, you know, that won't deter us from doing what we're doing, because, you know, at the end of the day, no one can tell us what to do. We will churn out whatever music we want, whatever style, whatever type, whatever that makes us happy. And I think, you know, besides other things to bring you happiness, right? I think this is one way that really keep us alive and keep us striving to work harder to come out with another album, another song, and to do another show.
Wow.
Can I also add something?
Yeah.
Also add something onto this point. I think being a creative, you know, in Singapore, has its own story to tell. Anyway, any creative that you meet in the world, actually. So for us, it's no different. There are different phases that we go through as musicians. I mean, I don't know about the rest of them, but the way I think now regarding art and the way I approach art is kind of different from when I first started. But the main important thing is the thing that pushed us to do the art is the same. The way we approach it now or think about it now might be different, but the thing that pushed us to, like, hey, go and do it, go and do it. So that has remained the same. And I feel like doing this, putting this music that Flame of the Forest puts out, for me is really a collection of the journey. You know, it is literally like the medium is music, right? But you could think of it as like taking a photograph. It's capturing exactly where the band was, where the band is, where the band might be in the future. So the medium will be the music. The medium is for people to listen, right? But I feel like it's really just it's a collection. It's a memory. It's a stamp collection. It's a face collection, you know. So I think that is the fulfilling part, because you can see the growth of everyone, and you can see the despairs and disappointments of everyone as well.
And this collection is kept with Jeffrey because he's. So this is an internal joke, because when we travel, when we tour, usually Jeffrey will be the cheeky one taking out his camera when we are sleeping, when we are doing things that we do not want other people to see. Jeffrey will be there.
Yeah, we have our own personal OnlyFans account. So like,
Hey, dude,
that only Jeffrey benefits from.
Hey,
That's how-
I live with Jeffrey. I live at Jeffrey's
Actually, that's
studio,
how
then
this
I
band
can-
makes money.
that's how we make money and go on
That's right.
tour.
Yeah, because we know this music won't make us that much money, but only fans.
Yeah, I mean, if you can find other avenues.
So nice about it. She's so nice about it. Wow.
That also might fulfill you a certain way. You know, go for it. And after all, as you guys have said, it's really about chasing a passion and also kind of finding footing as artists. Yeah, that is.
I like the way you say finding your footing as artist.
You know, have to kind of word it around. But yeah, so you guys have traveled, I'm pretty sure very well traveled to play different gigs around. Could you share maybe one of your favorite gigs that you guys have ever done?
Padang.
Padang.
Arthur, please go on. We'd like to know why. The band knows why, but Catherine doesn't know.
I don't.
Please share.
Sure. Yeah, I think to me, like, when we toured we actually had a chance to fly to Indonesia, and it was fun because we were, Jeffrey just got out of NS, and like, you know, he was...
When was this?
This was 2019, 2018, August.
Years ago.
Yeah, that's quite a while ago, and you know, Jeffrey didn't fly together with us, and you know, his flight was delayed because of some like engine issues, and like, you know, he said he slept in the aircraft, and then like, you know, 2 hours later he woke up and he was like still in the aircraft, still in Changi. You know, it was damn fun, and like, although it was just the four of us in the beginning, you know, when he came, like, you know, I realized how the whole band, like, you know, not the four of us. Was it the four of us? Who was not there? Was there? Wait.
Everyone was there.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So the five of us, that time with Krishna, and when Jeff joined us, it totally changed the sound, and like, you know, I felt so amazing, you know, playing as a band. That's why like it's so memorable to me.
And the juicy part, Arthur?
Yeah, I mean, like, nasi padang is great, man. I love nasi padang.
Like the food, the dish, nasi padang.
Yeah. I'm actually an Indonesian, so like, I love eating nasi padang.
So if I might interject a little bit to make the story a bit more complete. So Arthur being an Indonesian, and he's in Padang, so the mode of communication, the barrier of communication is, there's no barrier, right? So Arthur has absolute control over the communication with everyone from Padang. And specifically, there was someone in Padang that he was constantly in communication with, which I think he also wrote a song about.
Oh.
Everyone
No.
he's in communication with, he writes a song about.
There's no song.
So we're talking about your inspiration for the music now. Really.
Oh, what a segue.
That is true though. Sorry?
Nothing. Carry on.
Oh, yeah. We are in the middle of like actually producing our own our next album, and actually one of my song is about uh, about someone. It's called Flower on a Cliff. Yeah, do tune in to our IG and everything, you know. I think, Jeff, when are we going to release it? When are we planning to release this?
We have no idea. It's top secret. No one's supposed to know, Arthur.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry, guys. No one's supposed to know.
But since it's out, we should let you know that Arthur is international. Flower on a Cliff, it was inspired from someone in Korea.
Wow, we're having some exclusive news.
Real band talk.
Cool. Okay, so so you guys are working on your new project now, and it's top secret when that you guys are releasing. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
We just want to have a hint of mystery.
Yeah,
Hint of,
this is good.
hint of being mysterious.
Correct. With the socials, I guess, to really know when it's coming out. I'd like to circle back to talking about your band inheritance. You know, the like the concept of inheriting a band. Do you think it's something like a strategy or a concept that can be adapted by other musicians as well? You know, kind of like carrying a sort of like a legacy instead of building from scratch, like your own. I guess it kind of evolved in a certain way, but you know, like the name and the concept of the band itself.
It's interesting that you're thinking about it from a marketing value, from a selling point value. Unfortunately, most musicians, I think ourselves included, lack the skills in marketing or music business. We are more really involved in the art making and the art and the performance. So for us, as how we decided to take on the name Flame of the Forest was clearly not a marketing value or any kind of scheme that or strategy that we chose to have. It's really just to honor our dad for giving us what he had, for providing us and teaching us what he has, and we want that to honor his name.
So it's more of like the essence, really.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's actually like different with every case. Like in our case, the inheritance that we take is in honor of Govin's and Krishna's father, Uncle Kenny. But if you think about, like, let's say jazz music, it's also like it's inheritance. It's something that came from before, that people continue to sort of like, they continue the culture. And fiddle music, you know, is also the same, you know. Gospel music from church culture, you know. And, you know, we do have a sound that we inherit from Krishna and Govin's father. And like, I think as a band also, like, we can see how it changed through time, because the era changed, the personnel changed, and then the music sort of grow, like, as these people who are doing the music grows. You know?
Yeah, it makes sense. As the artists grow, the art grows as well with it, right. Or like vice versa. So I understand how they evolve, you know, even though it's adapted from somewhere and then it becomes original. Yeah, so maybe you can tell us about the process of making your work, you know, the top secret work that you were talking about with
Jeff.
Top secret.
Shall we?
I mean, currently, like, the work in progress is what we do is kind of like, especially during this COVID phase, right? I think we kind of had to switch out our process. In the past, would be like bringing in tunes and bring it to the band and we'll just jam it out and workshop like the composition and stuff. And now it's different because now due to COVID and with the restrictions and stuff, we had to like just send demos around. So I think in general, I mean, majority of the band, we're all writers, composers. So what we kind of do now is kind of, we just take someone's tune and we workshop it and we kind of just work on the production of it, and we'll send it out again once the demo is done. So we let the rest of the guys do their thing. Is that right, Arthur? That's true. That's what we do, right?
Yeah.
And it's also based on a story now, which is also top secret.
Would it be? Are you hinting that it's going to be new album?
I didn't get you.
Sorry, are you hinting that the whole thing is going to be themed a certain way? A story that you are saying?
Maybe?
We're actually producing a film.
Wow.
Arthur's Love Life. High budget, no. Need to travel so many countries.
So, do y'all ever, especially during circuit breaker, do you guys do it online, or do you still remain having like being physically around each other in terms of the process?
Well, in fact, we cannot be. So right after this interview, we are gonna have a quick meeting. So everything is mainly online.
Mainly online as well.
Yes.
Do you find any difficulties in that? I mean, is it as natural, as organic as when you guys are together?
Definitely not, because when you're together, there's a lot of things where you can vibe off just spontaneously off each other's instruments, each other's current feelings, and how they approach their instruments. But online is like you have to do something and send it out. So it's like kind of, I want to concretize this and then send it out, and then you send something back, and then it's more like sending here, sending there, sending here, sending there. So you don't really get the live feeling of having a spontaneous reaction to your band member where you guys react off each other. No.
And I don't think that is the current essence or like current idea of how we make music. Like previously, like in our previous album, we want to get that live sound, but today the anchor is not the live sound anymore. The anchor is more like, how do I paint a story with all the sounds that we all can make? How do we incorporate like Govin's strength, Caleb's strengths, and like sort of like try to push for a story and like a sound that describes a story, instead of like we are vibing each other, because there is already like I wouldn't say impossible, but like it's harder to do so. So it makes more sense to actually like anchor it on a story, you see.
That's cool. That I would say that might be one of the challenges that you guys face, like maybe in these times, right? But digital has their own advantages as well. Like we're all here today from our comfort of our homes, hopefully. Yeah, so you were saying about like painting a story with the music. It's very, to me, when I hear your music, it feels very like a soundtrack of a film. So is there also something that you guys aspire to have, with your music, in terms of like future plans or possibilities? Because I would love to hear it in the background of a really nice indie film, I suppose.
Yeah, it does look like we are going towards that direction. I think for me personally, I felt like it's actually the music that sort of like pushed us in that direction. The music that comes into our mind, and like the music that we hear in our heads, it's sort of like make us write things that are like a bit more cinematic. That's how you describe it, right, Kobe?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like the mysterious way of the universe of music in like sort of like pushing us in a certain direction, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, to add on what Arthur said, actually, like the music came first before the concept of our next record, Yeah, because Arthur and I are currently like we're living together at a space, right? So we just like went through like the band's demos, and somehow it's like naturally like the concept just became this way. So that's the beauty of the creation, I would say, because like I think the essence of the music never really changed because it's still coming from the band, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but the concept of it sounding more film scorish, film scorish is because of how the music naturally resonated with us, I guess. Yeah, we didn't really like plan a concept. It was more like, oh, everything is finding its place on the record and we have a story. Yeah. I would say that's the essence of it.
Yeah, it's how everything came together perfectly, and it's like universe connects everything. Oh my god.
Sounds like it, Mania. Sounds perfect.
So philosophical. But you know, seeing how you guys enjoy working on what you guys are doing now as full-time musicians, have you ever had a moment where you question your career entirely? If yes, if you have any.
The time.
That's the most common answer actually I have gotten. But
let me tell you.
That's just me.
Oh, please tell me your story and what was going through your mind when that happened, or
Me first or Caleb first?
After you go first. After you go first.
Actually, in November last year, I got an injury on my pinky, and this like sort of prevents me from playing the upright bass recently, as in like until recently, and I've been like picking it up again and like training my hands again, and like I sort of like getting it back, but for 5 months I didn't touch my instrument. 5 months, and it was like, as a musician who like my life used to be like 14 hours music, and of course like the rest is sleep lah. It's so agonizing, and at points in my life I questioned whether I should temporarily stop doing music. It was, to me, it was quite a painful thought. Like there were times when I just like cry in bed, like thought about the future. I never tell the band about this, but this was actually what went through like me, like when we were not meeting each other, and it was quite scary. But like I'm feeling much better now, so like I start to play again, and then like I start making music again, and like I feel so much better.
yeah, especially if it's your life and livelihood and your passion. I suppose that was very difficult. Thanks for sharing, really. Taylor,
okay.
Do you have something else to add on?
I like how you say that it's your passion, your life, plus your livelihood, like all mixed into one. So when things like this happens, like for example when Arthur got an injury, you realize that all three is at stake. Your passion, your livelihood, and how you actually get by in life, which is to play music, right? So there is a lot at stake, and I think everyone that you have talked to before would have gone through a certain point where they will ask themselves. I mean, I've talked to my teachers, people that I respect, admire, people I think are absolutely like up there, and they wake up in the morning and they ask themselves like, do I still want to do this? And these are people that have devoted like 30 years of their lives, 40 years of their lives, perfecting their craft. And they are sharing to me that there are days where they wake up. And the key takeaway that I want people to know is that it's not about asking the questions of yourself. So that's good, because you should ask yourself, like, do I still want this? Do I really still want this? And this is something that I learned from my teacher, because the moment you are true to yourself, right, then things will fall into place. Like the moment you're sincere, or this I learned from my boss. The moment you're sincere, things will fall into place for you. So, your question was, have you guys ever questioned? Yes. Yes. And I think it's good to question, because when you ask yourself questions and you remain and you don't hide behind like a facade. You don't hide, you don't lie to yourself. No one should lie to themselves. If you ask yourself questions and you don't lie to yourself, you're going to get answers. And those answers will point you in a direction to move towards, you know? Because I think even in the band, every one of us operates in a different musical world, you know? Like music is so big and wide. Everyone operates in their own, like everyone has their own place. So even then, I think it's important that you ask questions like, hey, is this what I want? Is this what I'm going for? Because when you do that, then you really will find the path and the direction. So yeah, I mean, I find it amazing that people who have devoted so much of their life are still asking questions of themselves. And it's not like they are doing badly. They're doing well. They're doing well. They live their life, have family, have house, have kids, whatever. But they still have this kind of questions. So I don't think we should shy away from the questions. In fact, I feel like we need to ask more. and when we do, then we will get more out of ourselves than we could ever imagine.
Yeah, I agree actually. I would think like as artists, if that's like your full-time career, it's a lot of questioning, and it's not much of a structure that is already done for you. It's something that you kind of have to find for yourself. And of course, you have to be like 100% in it to create, especially something good. And that was great advice for, let's say, people out there who are also struggling, like maybe younger artists as well, who are starting out, is to question yourself and then be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Great advice.
It's age old, and
yeah,
it's just gotta do it.
Yeah, we got a little bit deep in there. So maybe I can ask you something a little bit more lighthearted. Then maybe Isabel can kind of answer or, sabo each other. So what is the band's biggest pet peeve, if you guys have any? Do you guys have any? No? Andy says no?
Interesting.
No?
Yeah.
Do I have any?
Biggest pet peeve used to be not getting the work done by the deadline.
But that's like within yourselves, isn't it?
Oh yeah. So it's pet peeve regarding outside things, is it?
Also can actually internal.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Jeffrey taking videos of me.
But you guys liked it. You like the documentation.
Wait until you see the documentation, you tell me whether you like
the rest, maybe. He's having a good time.
It's all good. We all love the videos, especially if it's not us. Because most of them are Govin, so it's only Govin.
Is it even like safe for the internet? Something.
No. It's really not. It's really not. It's only safe if you.
It's only for Jeffrey to make extra income on OnlyFans.
Yeah, it's only safe if you subscribe.
How about what's the band's or someone in the band's most annoying habit, other than Jeffrey's little habit of taking body music?
Little habit.
It's a big part of the band.
I don't know. Andy, what's the most? Yeah,
Andy, who annoys you the most? Trash it out, man. So you're on mute. And you're gone. And you're
Nobody. All of them are beautiful human beings. I love them so much. There's no flaw about them that I would like to nitpick on.
My God, you said it with a straight face.
Wow. Clever boy.
I congratulate you. 10 seconds of those words while not even breaking up.
Why is someone like holding a knife behind you or something?
No, if you know Andy, then you know that
Holding the dog
he's
on hostage.
Oh,
Here comes the dog.
Right.
Actually, think about it. Not so much if you really want to think. I know in the past, last time, there was something about being on time.
Oh.
But otherwise, really not much like personal things I can think of. Anyone can think of anything to give us some content?
It's fine. I got prepared other questions. Don't worry about it. What about like any useless talents that you guys have? You know, since you guys play the instruments, you're so talented. What other?
I play music.
Govin have a lot.
On the table. Come on.
It's all in the Google Drive. The
Oh.
Useless, huh?
After
I think Govin is very flexible. That's one of his like special talents. He's very
From the
flexible.
videographer.
Extremely open-minded.
Arthur has this very good talent of just bad jokes.
Oh yes. Yes, he has really bad joke.
Yeah.
It's really bad.
Like I can guarantee you he will never make you laugh.
Really? Do you have any right now? Maybe.
Do you have any Arthur come?
No, it has to be spontaneous.
Okay.
Because everything else that I come up with is I steal from this account for Stand Up T-Rex. It's an IG account.
Plagiarized.
Sort of, but like some of them I come up like original stuff, but like I can't think of any right now.
Okay. I don't want to put you on the spot. It's okay. Any pre-show ritual? Or like the routine after the show is done, like a gig?
We do actually. There was this time where, especially I remember fondly in Hakodate, where it was just freezing.
Japan.
Yeah. So,
yes.
I think there was another one in India. So, turns out that like we get cold before shows. So what we'll do is we'll literally do 5EX or push-ups or just run laps before shows, just to warm ourselves up.
Instagram, right? It was on the highlights.
I think so.
Yeah. One of you.
So. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but because of like the weather. Okay, how about go to KTV songs? How about that?
Sorry, second.
Go to KTV songs.
Again?
Go to KTV songs.
Oh, go to KTV songs.
Yeah.
Oh. I never go KTV.
Really? Okay.
Okay. What's your secret jam?
But I just want to check what type of KTV.
Jam! From Jam!
Okay.
Of course, the voice loud suddenly come out. I don't need to see also, I know Jam.
That is the $1 million question, right?
It is. I've never thought of that, but thank you for highlighting it to me. You know, the usuals. I don't know what's your usual lah, but my usuals is usually like
the
yeah, the legal ones, the malls, in the non-CD malls.
Oh, not the one at Golden Mall.
All those very legal, what?
It's legal, but it's
yeah.
Mukata stench.
Mukata stench lah. Oh my
Actually,
God.
I can't think about it. I think maybe only Caleb might go to KTV in the whole band.
What?
To sing. Do you go KTV and sing?
No, I hate KTVs actually.
You also don't.
None of you.
I don't want to offend any.
I expect like maybe you go with your girlfriend, a new date and that.
No. I hate KTVs because it reminds me of. Never mind. Let's not.
Jeffrey workplace, huh?
Yeah. It reminds me of jobs, but like damn jialat jobs. So.
I mean, I guess I only visit the KTV when I want to be the vocalist of Flame of the Forest. That's where I do all my practicing. So I can audition one day. And we're writing songs, right? We'll be writing like actual songs.
Yeah.
Who wants to listen to instrumental music, right?
I just want to play pop.
Yeah. Is
And
that
music is
where
music.
the money is? Just kidding. But
Yeah, it is actually. No kids.
So sad. You also agree with us.
no, I don't. Please don't put me on the spot.
On recording,
No,
be careful.
but it's good, it's good. So Forest will release a pop record one day.
One day, one day.
I'll
One day.
look forward to that.
Yeah, one day we will. One day we will.
Okay, maybe.
And Jeff will be on vocals.
Of course.
Then you can choose his KTV.
Sure.
Yeah.
The 10,000 hours of KTV practice will come to fruition on the album.
Like what you say, Caleb, if you put your heart and mind and soul into it, huh?
And you
Love
start
and
questioning
dedication.
yourself, do I want it?
And I'll be questioning myself every day. Like, what am
You'll
I
be questioning
doing?
yourself every day for 10,000 times. Then can already. You're good to go.
But you're putting in the hours.
So I learned something. You guys don't go to KTV.
Yeah,
KTV. But our time is almost up. Maybe I can wrap up with my last question. Why do you think platforms and initiatives like NCC Artist Spotlight is important? Being a part or having like the organization share about artists.
So, what I feel about musicians out there, you know, most of us spend most of our time dedicated to honing our craft, creating more works, creating music, and getting better at our own musical instrument and our music in general. But we do not spend a lot of time learning the other aspects of music. For example, the business aspect of music. How do you market yourself? How do you get your music out there? You know, how do you get more audience to your music? You know, for us, Flame of the Forest, we are no exception to that. We also face that. We churn out music, and I believe our music is really good. You know, but then how do we get them out for people to listen? We have our Flame of the Forest specialist Andy Chong to help us with our social media a little bit, right? Andy Chong has the most creative ideas on the social media page, right? But then still, we are not fully equipped with the whole package of the music business, right? And that's why I think platforms like yours or different various organizers or festivals platforms really help us, because we have no means of showcasing our work if there were not people like you. So thank you for having us on board this journey with you and this program with you. We are very happy to be playing for you guys and on your platform. And thank you for sharing your stage.
Yeah, amazing. So NCC, this is pretty much the mission of the Artist Spotlight, is really to use our platform wisely and also to kind of invest in the arts, especially in Singapore. I think it is very important for artists to be recognized and seen, no matter the scale they are at. But of course, you guys are very talented. We are very happy to have you with us on Artist Spotlight. And so with that, we can end this session now. And I thank you for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You guys. And a lot of things to, up to visualize about as well. Okay.
Thank you.